story, one of a kind.
From the shadows we move, striking out bright. In every twist we find the light. Breeding the best, gotta have patience in this game. Chondro corner, where we make our name. Chondro corner, Chondro corner, Chondro corner, Chondro corner, Chondro corner, Chondro corner, Chondro corner. Chondro corner, where we rise and grow. Twist and turn, let the passion flow. Chondro corner, watch the future shine. Every scale a story, one of a kind.
What it do, y'all? So y'all didn't hear me this whole time? Oh my God. So let me start over, y'all. Hey man, we got Chondro Quarter on Monday, Retake Rundown on Tuesday, the Mo on Tuesday, the Grow House on Wednesday, Clutch Conversations on Thursday, Double Clutch on Saturday, Morph Map on Sunday. Thank y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share and subscribe. If you're looking for great enclosures in the hobby, you know, look no further than my boy Jordan Harden Reptiles. They built these cages together, Jordan and Mark Hager, Texas Chondros. Make sure y'all hit my boy Jordan up. Yeah. So anywho, what's going on, fam? What's going on? Like I said, we got Noe backstage right now, and she, making a lot of noise in the Chondro community. She got 2 clutches under her belt, man. Like who doing stuff like that, in a year, that's brand new. Honestly, it's pretty dope. So we finna get her insight on what it takes to be a new breeder, honestly. But let's see who's in the Chizzy chat real quick. Shauna, got my girl Shauna. What's going on, Shauna? How you doing? How you doing? Then got my boy Mike. What it do, Mike? What's happening? And got my PIC Jen. I'm sorry you couldn't make it to the circle tonight, man. We're gonna have to get together one of these days and do another one. Then got my boy Santos. What it do, Santos? Then we got Exotic Keeper Vision. How you doing? How you doing? Who else we have? Dylan, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing? Oh no, Daniel. My bad. Who else we got in the house? Randy, what it do? Hey man, Randy, that chondro that you posted on Facebook, that thing is crazy. I love it. I love it. Oh, we got DD. What it do, D? D, I ain't see you in a while. Well, I did see you in a while, but I haven't seen you. It feel like forever. What it do? Who else? Tommy, what's going on? What's going on, brother? How you doing? But yeah, without further ado, we finna bring the guests to the stage. Everybody welcome in Noe, Omega Service. How you doing? How you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Not a pleasure, it's an honor.
Oh, good Lord.
It's an honor. Hey man, like, cause I forgot. I believe I seen you, I think under one of these YouTube podcasts. Then I looked you up on maybe Instagram. I was like, oh, who is this? You know, and all that stuff. And I seen your collection. I was like, oh, this is nice. I like that the photo, you know, it's like the photos was photogenic, um, majestic.
Sorry, I have a train that across the street.
It's
So hang
all
on.
good. It's okay.
Happy Corn is leaving, and my dogs are howling.
It's all good. It's all good.
Knock it off. Okay,
What kind of dogs? What kind of dogs you have? Matter of fact,
I have a husky mix, and she's a nightmare. And then I have two mutts, two smaller mutts.
all three of them. Oh my God, Huskies, they shed a lot. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it again, but my son and my husband's like, she's so cute. And I was like, you're not going to say that like in about 2 weeks.
You got tricked. You got tricked.
So what was your question? The pictures? I'm sorry.
Oh no, no. I was just saying how your pictures, they're very photogenic about, you know, your chondros that you take
Oh,
or whatnot. Look very, you know, majestic and everything. So
oh,
yeah,
thanks. I
going
try
on
to make
here.
them look pretty. They're just cute. Like I love them.
So tell us about yourself, a little intro. Like how did you get started in the chondro game? What were animals, period? You know.
Gosh, I've kept all kinds of little things. My longest one that I've kept was a Brazilian rainbow boa constrictor. Random stuff, but then I got into ball pythons, and then I still have them, but I'm not breeding them. And I stopped breeding them 2 years ago. I had 3 maternal incubated clutches from that. And then I got into my carpet pythons. And then, I don't know, somewhere along the way, I lost my mind and thought, sure, I could do chondros. Why not? And then I lost my mind a little bit more and went into the emerald tree boa because I wanted one, and now I have 2. And now I'm gonna stop. I just need to stop.
Oh no, no, no! You got to keep going. You know, you got to keep going.
Nah, I'm good. Like I have 15, I think 15 chondros. If I don't know, I don't need any more. I there's some that I would like to add, but I have a feeling that if I breed them and do stuff, it's gonna get out of control real quick. I don't want to deal with that.
Well, that's what we like. We like out of control things here. So you'll fit right in.
I need my control.
Yeah. So what do you do to support your bad habit?
I work.
Like,
I'm a nuclear medicine technologist, so I've got 15 years in healthcare and probably a lot of bad habits.
hey, that. But yeah, okay. So like, can you kind of break that down, Barney style? What that is?
What was that?
Can you break that down, Barney style? What that is?
Oh, so what nuclear medicine is, it's a modality of imaging off of like radiology, X-ray, CAT scan, things like that.
Yeah.
So what I do is I have 99% of my imaging that I do is through nuclear material injection. So I start the IVs, I inject my patients with the radioactive material, and I can image any organ system of the body, but primarily I'm looking at cardiac. So I look for assessment of coronary artery blockage, and then a lot of bone scans for metastatic disease or prosthetic infection, inflammation, cellulitis, that sort of thing. a lot of amyloidosis of the heart to see if there's any amyloid, parathyroids to look for any abnormal parathyroid growth hormone, because then like my patients will come in with elevated calcium levels and elevated phos, and so we have to figure out which one of those little four is overactive. Yeah, so I just
It's like
injected.
you got a lot on your hand. That's why you need everything in control. Yeah, I understand now.
Yeah.
You're dealing with some pretty, big things over there.
In the last 3 months, I've been taking care of my mother. She just had a hip replacement, but she had avascular necrosis of the left hip. So they finally replaced that about 3 weeks, a month ago. And we're looking for the next one. So I come home sometimes. She only lives about 25 minutes from here, but I've been her caretaker for the most part for the last 3 months.
Well, that's good that y'all live pretty close.
Yeah, it's helpful, because if she lived far away, I'd be like, I don't know what to do.
Right. So what year did you start your Chondro collection?
I think 2021.
Okay.
2020? 21? I think 2021.
And what year did you like start breeding and pairing?
Just what is it? Yeah, at the end of
2024. Yeah, end of 2024. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
And so,
well, I'm saying, well, what made you want to breed chondros, at first? Like, what was like the first chondro you seen and was like, oh, that thing, I want to make that?
Well, it wasn't so much that I want to make that. It was more like, can I?
Oh.
Like, is it something I can even do? Now, and I don't know how to explain it. So like with Future, because I tried maternal incubation and that's something I really wanted to try, I wasn't in it for like a big clutch. I wasn't in it for trying to sell them. So when I ended up with 2, I was very okay with that, because I knew I would keep them and I didn't have to worry about finding homes. So that's why I don't want it to get too out of control, because the thought of trying to find homes and people and all of that that sounds horrifying.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with it. I didn't even like dealing with it with ball pythons. I don't see how I'm going to like it any better.
How long was you breeding ball pythons for?
A couple of years.
Okay.
My next one is I'm going to try Taro and see my carpet and see how she does. But I've never bred carpets before, so we'll see. But for the most part, I'm more of a keeper than a breeder. I enjoy having them, and I'm not like I am not in a rush to I need to breed. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So you're more of like, yo, this is my hobby, and that's it. You're just a hobby.
Yeah, it's supposed to be enjoyable. When it starts getting intense and nutty, where's the enjoyment in that?
Yeah, I definitely understand that, because with your high demand job, it's hard to keep that balance.
Well, that, and at the same time, what it affords me is that I'm not relying on animals to make money. Like that's like a slippery slope for me. Or not a slippery slope. It's just that's not a slope I want to ever get on. It's like, oh, now I need to do something because my livelihood depends on this, and that's where animals, I think, suffer a little bit of the brunt.
So you have ball pythons under your belt, chondros, anything else?
I'm working on my racers. They're communal at this point, and we'll see how that goes. I love my racers. My Drymolias, I love them very much. I think they're cool.
So you just like, is it a goal for you just to breed things that you like to keep?
Yes, pretty much. And then I'm hoping that it won't be too large, and like I'll find people that I know, and we'll be like, "So, do you have an empty enclosure?"
I'm pretty sure you could find some within the community. I'm pretty sure, you know, to go to good homes and stuff. Look, I got me a whole empty enclosure right here, like just in case somebody want to say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I got this berm. I got this berm that needs a new home.
Nice.
Stuff like that. Like some of that stuff over there is empty, not too much though. Maybe it's 25% empty. Just in case
What's in there?
I see something on Morph Market. Oh, that's ball pythons in there.
Oh,
And
okay.
then the chondros are up that
Oh,
way.
there they are.
Mhm.
Okay.
But
Nice.
then me and Jordan or whatnot. So I have some enclosures from Jordan. I just need to, you know, go get them and stuff. I'm gonna put in this room. And yeah. But
Nice.
so yeah.
So, how many do you have? Chondros, I mean.
Uh 6, 8, 9.
9?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just collecting right now until I start breeding.
There you go.
Or just learning them and all that stuff. So
Yeah. I remember when I had so many in quarantine and everybody is spread out, and now I'm like, they can just stay where they are, just some of them. And my husband's like, do you know that there's the guest room, I took it over for the snake room,
mhm.
and that's for everybody who passed quarantine, but everybody's past quarantine. But I have some in the dining room, I have some in the living room, I have some upstairs in the master bedroom, and the babies are in the computer room.
Mhm.
They're just kind of everywhere. But he was like, "Hey, what about the bongo? One of my carpets, he's upstairs in my bedroom." And Mark's like, why don't we just move him down to the snake room? I said, because I like having him up here. He's my baby.
Right, right. Oh no, like you get those kind of attached. Well, you get attached to certain pets, and you're like, yo, I he not going nowhere. You know, he or she not going nowhere. Like this, their forever home. So
Yeah.
that's how I treat a lot of my pets or whatnot. You know, that's like my burn. He not going nowhere. That's my baby. You know, that's my baby right there. Um, he about 6, 7 feet now. So
Hmm. Yeah. James from Bayshore Boreals, he sent me one of his babies, a boa. And I was kind of nervous, like, what am I going to do with him? But I love him so much. He
mhm,
was he came over, and when he first arrived, he was kind of snappy, but man, is he great! Like, he's just such a cool dude to hang out with.
mhm. So you tamed them down a little bit.
Yeah, you just play with him all the time, and he's so cute. Like when he's hungry, he'll come up to the enclosure door, and if I
Right,
have food, he gets so excited, and he kind of like, he's
right,
just like,
right.
oh, he's
It's
like,
eat
all the
time. Hey, mommy about to feed me.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, it's happening." It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
cute.
Mhm. So, matter of fact, on feeding, what's your feeding regimen? Like, what do you feed your animals?
Like for what size? So, like for my adults, I'll do adult mice or weans, weaned rats.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's about it.
Okay. How about for like all your other species?
Uh,
Every
Same kind of thing, you
oh,
know,
got
size
you.
appropriate rodent every so often as that marches out.
Question up here. No, are they
They
wild?
are wild caught, so
Mhm.
they're not awesome. They will light you up.
Mm-mm. So, like, are they known for, you know, to be a little aggressive?
They're feisty. I mean, they're fast. They're a racer, so they're
Yeah.
extremely fast. And it's kind of scary. Well, in my head, because they can lose their tails like a lizard. and they don't necessarily grow back. They have really wonderful healing, but they don't really regenerate. And so I'm always cautious. Like if one darts out, I'd rather get bit than try to grab it by the tail.
Right.
And if you look at images of them online, and if you can see the whole body, most of the pictures, the tail is missing.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I don't like to grab them by the tail, and they have like these nice, sharp, serrated little fangs. They're just, and then you're bleeding before you know it, and bloodbath all over the place. It's great.
Right. Okay. Okay. So how many of the species do you have? It sounds like your house fun.
And it sounds like what?
I said, it sounds like your house is fun.
I have the chondros, I have the ball pythons, I have the boas, I have the Drimobius, I have the carpets, I have the little children's pythons, and I have a king snake, and I have a one-eyed western hognose snake.
Oof, that's like, I think about 9 species. Oh my God.
And then there's tarantulas.
Tarantulas too?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right now. I had 17. The males had died out.
But what made you want to get into the tarantulas?
I have children.
Don't we all?
Yeah, they so I like jumping spiders, and I'm not afraid of those. I always thought they were cute. And then my daughter kind of okay,
it sounds like they always get you. They already know, like, yo, mom, I got something. I'm interested in there you go.
yeah.
You can't
so
say
I
no.
would do a lot of research on the ones that I would allow in the house, like the old world species, the big bads. I'm not doing that. But I'd rather just have the ones that have urticating hairs and they just kick them in your eyeballs. That sounds great.
Oh no, hey, your house sound fun, it's fun. A lot of species, so you're not bored or whatnot, just looking at the ball pythons or waiting for them to breed, waiting on the chondros to grow up. You got different species, so I know that keep you entertained.
Yeah, I like raising. That's one of my favorite parts is raising the little ones. I do like that. They can stay little for as long as they need to. I don't need them to grow up. And then when my yellow ones go through OCC, it just kind of makes me sad. I'm like, I'm not ready.
Well, hopefully, you produce some yellow ones.
Yeah. Oh, Muffin is a considerable part. He's not the. He's a good part, Marlon.
Yeah.
Muffin is my husband.
So Muffin is your husband?
We call him Muffin.
Okay.
But Marlon may not know is that Mark calls him Biscuits.
Yeah, okay. So how do you start your pairing season?
Well, so like last year with Sovereign, I saw that she was more food intense, and I waited about 3 weeks before I really took the hint that she was doing something, and she was also looking fuller. And Cyclone was cruising quite a lot. So I was like, oh, I bet it's potentially time. So that was his first time at it, and nothing came of that. However, I saw the same thing with Future, and I was like, she looks kind of fluffy. Like maybe, so I switched gears and put him in with Future, and that took. And he was way different with Future than he was with Sovereign. He was very clingy and attentive, like just right on her all the time. And if I came too close to the enclosure, have you ever seen lizards where they head bop?
Yeah.
He was doing that.
Like,
Like,
go ahead, go,
yeah, like,
shoot.
I was like, "Oh, alright." So, that seemed to work, and then, I just kinda let it ride, and then, this year, since I missed it, Tucker told me, "Wait 2 sheds,
Shout out
and
to
then
Tuck.
put him back in with her," which is exactly about the same time that I noticed stuff last year, like, like, "Okay, this makes sense." But why the 2 sheds? I don't know. I was like, how did you know, wait 2 sheds? And he goes, "I don't know, I just." I was like,
Hey,
"Okay."
shout out to Tuck. Hey, man, Tuck is a great friend. I
Tuck
love
is great.
him.
I love Tucker. But I was like, "What's the magic of the 2 sheds?" And he's like, "Ah." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Hey.
But so I can't tell you either what it is. Maybe he actually does know. It's just he probably was like, "She's too dumb. We're not going to tell her." But yeah, so it worked this time. I just kept the mail in. James told me just leave the mail in no matter what. So
Mhm.
I feed them together. I've always been able to feed my animals together. I don't, anybody who wants to get mad, go ahead. But they were doing great. And then she went off food and he said, just keep them together. And they locked probably, I want to say 48 hours before she ovulated.
Oh, man.
So James was like, yeah, you want to make sure, just make sure he gets every opportunity in there before she goes. And
Mhm.
then after she ovulated, he went back home.
Okay. So what's, your female to male ratio?
I am male heavy, but it's
Well,
okay.
sometimes that's a good thing, though. Sometimes that's a good thing.
Yeah, but I like my boys. They're so goofy. They have such different temperaments than my females. Like Confetti is my favorite male. He's just so dingy. He
Mhm.
makes me laugh.
So how many females do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5?
Mhm. That's a good number. That's
Yeah. Yeah, I
okay.
think I have 5.
And how many males?
10.
That's still good. That's hey, it
But you
makes
know what? I
mix
also
and
figured
match.
that I can make up for it by holding back females.
I say, like, you in a good boat.
Yeah.
'Cause you
I
could
mean,
mix
I'm
and
not in
match,
a
because some males not digging the female, and it just change them out.
yeah, we'll see. But it's like I kind of figure I can wait a little bit. I'm not in a rush to like kick anything out my house.
Mhm. Definitely, definitely. So, bring us to well, yeah, bring us to Lay Day. Well, with your first clutch.
Oh, okay, so I was out and I think I was getting my haircut, but then I came home and I checked on Future. I just opened it, lifted up the puppy pad, and she was on ice, and I was like, "Holy smokes, where did that come from?"
Mhm.
And yeah, so I was like, "Well, I guess it's time." And then later that night, she actually left the clutch, and I think she went to get some water. But I have footage of her because I have a camera in there, and
Mhm.
she came back to it. She actually went off and did her
Yeah.
thing and then came back, and she was on them for about 2 weeks, but I noticed that my setup, it was just getting too much moisture, and so I was losing them. And that's when I decided, well, I can't have her put in all that work just to scramble everybody now.
Right.
So
So, what made you wanna go with maternal incubation at first?
just to see how it worked, like just to see what the temperament was, how it looked. I wanted to see it for myself, and I still do. It's just also, as we discussed, like I could see that Future looked good, like she was drinking, and
Yeah.
she looked sovereign. She looked terrible. Like she really needed to soak and get some help. she
Yeah.
she looked like beef jerky almost. So yeah. So after, and it's interesting because like Future was very protective, and I can understand that. And she would shiver a lot. And even after I soaked her and I cleaned out her enclosure, she still had that mom brain. When I
Mm-hmm.
was done with Future and I pulled her off, I think she was just so spent. She didn't argue with me. And I soaked her, and within like 3 minutes, she was guzzling water in the soaking water. So she was quite thirsty. But then she went on her perch, and she was like, "Thank God that's over." I was not looking forward to that.
Right.
So she doesn't seem to. She doesn't have that, and maybe it's because Future was with her clutch a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
And it also could have been the fact that I picked Future up when she was laying. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things, I could have done differently, but I didn't. So,
How was your setup?
huh?
I said, how was your setup?
For which part?
For your first clutch, Future.
Oh, so I was thinking, and it didn't work. We know this, but I had a tub inside a tub. It was a nesting tub, and like server tubs, like busboy kind of things, where
Yeah.
there's the
Mm-hmm.
basin, and then there's a tub inside that has like holes for the
Yeah.
draining to go in. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
that. I put water underneath of that, or in the bottom one, and then just a bunch of dry moss on top. Now, what I think happened was that too much humidity rose, and in that, it got the sphagnum moss wet, but also the fact that, like, if you consider, like, now you have this dense snake, right? Like this thing, and
Right.
the corals are so wrapped that that humidity isn't able to dissipate. Not really. It's kind of
Yeah.
trapped in there. So, yeah, I think that's kind of where.
Yeah. And the moisture coming from the bottom of the tub through the hose. So
Yeah, and I was trying to figure, and so that was just my way of thinking, and I know that it didn't work, and I'm sure a lot of people will go, "No shit," but um, when you don't really have anybody to ask or go from, or the people that I did kind of ask, you're like, "Yeah, that sounds good," and then like it's at the end of the day, there's really nothing else except for it was me, like I did it, so.
Mhm. Okay. So you didn't go with by the way, congrats on your second clutch, from a week
Thanks.
ago. Congrats. So you decided not to go with maternal incubation because the mother didn't look up to par as you
Well,
would.
that's secondary, but primary was James, because he had been mentoring me through this process, and he goes, just please do the incubation, see which one you like better. Don't
Hey,
don't put us through that trauma again.
hey,
So
them
I was
days
like, all
long,
right.
them days long.
Huh?
I said those days are long.
Yeah. So he was like, just give it a shot and see what you think. And for me, I've never put anything in the incubator except for the four that I was trying to save.
Mhm,
And I had never incubated eggs before. I would put baby ball pythons in the incubator to shed out,
mhm,
but I've never pulled a clutch. So, like, really, like, Future or Sovereign was my first time doing that. Future, I already knew that she laid because it had been 2 weeks. So there was like a learning curve on my part.
right. So even with the ball pythons, eggs, you never put them in the incubator?
No,
Oh man.
100%. Like one didn't hatch; it just went bad. But all of them hatched.
Okay, cool then. So you was just like, hey, we gonna roll with it. I did, done this before. I know what the mother's supposed to look like. She got it.
Yeah, but with Sovereign, I'm glad that I didn't try to do that because like she really looked knackered. She did not look fantastic. So, but Future did. She looked really good. Her little head is sticking out. She's staring at my foot.
Hey, it might be what is it feeding day for them?
Oh, I fed them all last night.
Same here.
Yeah.
I fed them all last night. I had one shedding and eating at the same time.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think Ezekiel Rage is doing that. Like he looks kind of mopey.
Mhm.
Like, have you noticed that they kind of look depressed and like,
Yeah, then like the colors don't pull, pull through as much, and yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So we got some of these pictures that you sent through. So take a look at these. Oh, I'm just gonna go with my favorite one right here. This thing is
That's fusion.
there we go. Diamonds are crazy. I love the diamonds on it.
Yeah, so that was the second one to Pip, and actually the first one to come out, and
Mhm.
super easy feeder. Like it was a little bit of an assist at the first part, but then after that, he was like, okay, now I know what I'm doing. And I got him up on fuzzies now.
Mhm.
The sibling, not so great, and that one needs assist fed, and it's just that one's tricky. It's a runner, so that one is just you
Well,
can't have it.
I didn't ask this at first. What locality or designers are you working with? What bloodlines are you working with?
Well, for that one, the mom is Vinsky Menokwari, and then the sire is Menokwari Biak.
Mhm.
And then for Sovereign, I bought her as an Aru. Everybody, like a number of people told me she looks Maruki, so but she's an Aru. I'm gonna just say Aru. And then back to Cyclone again, the Menokwari Biak.
Okay.
And then I have a bunch of like localities, like some locality like Pulcher stuff, and then the
Mhm.
kid, and then some designer stuff, JL Animal, and one of
Okay.
a couple of Travs, the Sarong Biox.
So what team are you? You team designer or team locality?
I'm team import.
Hey,
That's just
hey.
me though. Like there's a risk and a gamble, but I like my imports. I'm happy with them. They're not any, I'm just as happy with my yellow babies as I
Mhm.
am with the designer. I mean,
Right.
I'm not like, oh, this one's, the crux of everything. I don't,
Right. Right.
that's not, it's too much work. I'm not doing it. Not doing that. And
Oh,
it's
what?
sad because I have ones that
What?
are really great. It's just if you ask me what they are,
I don't know why that did like that. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so full body picture.
So
What
that's Fuego. That's from Trav. That's my female.
from Trav?
Uh-huh.
Is that Sarong?
Sarong Biak. I
Oh,
love her.
shout out to Trav.
Yeah.
I got a pure Sarong from Trav male.
Wonderful.
Yeah, shout out to Trav, man. Hope to see him next year sometime, something like that.
So that is Colt 45. That's the JL animal. And he's an asshat. I don't like messing with him. The only time I can get into his enclosure is when his mouth is busy. Like
Mhm.
that's no.
Mm. Yeah, what lineage is this?
Dude,
You don't know? Okay. It's
I'm
okay.
not gonna. If I did that, I would have to pull notes.
Oh
That's
no,
not.
it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna go to the
That's Cosette. She's a sarong.
that is a beautiful sarong.
Yeah, she was technically my second. My first one was a import Cyclops
Mhm.
baby, and he had Nido, so now he lives with my vet.
That is beautiful. I love the diamonds on it. It just that's a great expression.
She's a good girl. Okay, now that's Lunami, and she's a designer, and she came from Dimitri.
Or the chondros. Hey, shout out to Dimitri. I got a Dimitri animal too, as well. Or whatnot. We might have siblings. So yeah.
And
And
then that is Vitali. And he's an import, and he's a Tamika, but it's poultry type. I mean, I can't prove where the hell he came from. So
Mhm.
just
I love a Tamika. That's what, if I could just breed pure Tamikas, my life would be great.
so that's Fennel, and he is Manokwari and Jayapura. He came from Mike Francis, and I'm
Mhm.
99% sure what makes him cool is he came from a Nido positive pairing,
Mhm. Nice.
and then was artificially incubated and didn't
Yeah.
have it.
Yes.
And then that one is from Brian Latimer. So
Mhm.
that's Capella, and he's, Lord help me. I know he's got a Roo, pretty sure Jayapura in there, a
Mhm.
few things, like at least a couple.
There we got it. Oh, that's the same one. My bad. I don't know why it came
There's
up to.
more. It's just I didn't have. I was like, do you really want them now?
It's
You didn't
okay.
give them any notice.
All
And then
good.
that's
Then this future.
yeah. So that was the day I saw her on eggs, and I was like,
Mhm.
hello.
Beautiful. She got that glow on her. That glow.
So they
And
looked a little rumply, but I can't tell if that's because she was sitting on them.
mhm.
But yeah.
Then this was her nighttime.
And it was just really interesting to watch her for that period of time because she would like take her nose and go into the clutch and really investigate, really see what was happening, and almost like just reading, what was happening
Yeah.
within that wall. And then she would move and rotate. That's the other thing she did, which was really interesting. She would take her body and rotate, like, and I was like, "What are you?" And she would just kind of, and I was like, "Okay, huh."
Mhm. Yeah, I heard like when they're maternally incubated and they put their nose down in, they sensing the heat for one, making sure that they don't need to rotate,
Yeah,
they just adjusting to the temperature of what they need to do. That,
yeah.
I find that so amazing.
Yeah, she was really I'm kind of bummed that I blew it, but she would have been fantastic. Like
Mhm.
she was good. She was really dedicated to her little babies.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let me get us back right. There we go. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. So how did the feeding trials go with your first clutch?
Like I said, I had to kind of do a little bit of an assist feed with the two.
Mhm.
Um, Fusion took off, but Fortune is a runner, so that sucks. Um, and I still have to help assist feed. I was doing gizzards, but then was like, after I saw, so it's interesting because I saw the episode where they were talking about chicken gizzards and maybe the potential of the toxicity or whatever that, what they went into. And it's interesting because I noticed the same things in my baby.
Mhm.
And so for me, I wasn't sure if that was just the baby. I didn't know. But then I was like, oh, well, now that we know that could be a problem, no more chicken gizzards. So now what I'll do is I'll just alternate between Pinky Mouse and a mouse leg.
Okay. So Pinky Mouse and the mouse leg, that's what you just alternate through. And
Yeah. And, like this last feeding, I actually got him to chomp. And so he's figuring out chomping. So that's nice.
so what I like to do is dip the rodent into like chicken liver, chicken gizzard juice, and then
Hmm.
feed it to them.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried all kinds of stuff. But the thing is that
Just
it's
the
not
switch.
nothing.
Just
It,
a, yeah, they
yeah.
just don't switch
Even
on. Okay.
for it to annoy it or do anything, so I'm out.
Mhm.
No. And I've
Gotcha.
tried putting it in like a putting the perch in a deeper tub because that was a suggestion.
Yeah. Well,
So
they'll turn on someday, you know.
someday, I mean, it's there's only one, so I'm not worried about it. But now that I know, because I was getting really frustrated, I was just like, I don't think this one's gonna survive. Like, like this failure to thrive, what have you. I don't know.
Mhm.
But now that I've figured out, or I've heard that if there was toxicity, I'm like, well, then let's see how that goes and write it out. The other thing that I've noticed on that one is that like the last third of the body, it has a small upward kink, very slight. And I don't know if it had been there the whole time. I didn't see it in any of their footage, but I'm like, well, where did that come from? Or is it because it had 3 sheds and now it's a little bigger that you can notice it? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't stop them from running away. That's for damn sure.
Hey. So what are your future pairings?
I don't have any right now.
Okay.
I'm not really thinking about it. I mean, if I do anything, like later, Fuego and Colt 45, if I can get an exorcism on him, and then put him in with her, and then I will probably do next year or so a repeat pairing with Cyclone and Future,
Yeah.
because everybody's like, I would have taken a baby, and I was like,
Yeah.
sorry.
Those were some nice diamonds, man. Like I liked those.
Yeah. So I mean, and the clutch would have been all red. So we'll try that again. I don't know. I really don't have like.
Yeah, you just going with the flow. Just hey, you're
Yeah.
not pressed about it. If it happens, it happens, type thing. You
Yeah.
just happy
I'm,
that happened.
I'm enjoying it, and it's. I mean, I'm sure there are. I would like to have a goal in mind or like a thing, but I'm not going to set myself up for expectation. Like I just one thing at a time.
Yeah, I definitely understand that.
And
Yeah.
for me, it's like just be patient, because like if you start to rush this stuff, that's when bad things happen. That's when
Mhm.
and I don't want to do that. So I'd
Yeah,
rather just take it slow and figure it out.
right. And people remember these are live animals that we're dealing with. It ain't
Yeah.
it's no little Pokemon, on the game and you can reset the life, back to health. It's nothing like that. You're dealing with
Yeah.
live animals. So, y'all have to take that in accountability when y'all pushing these animals each time when y'all want to breed them 3 times, 2 times a year. They're not meant for that.
Yeah. And I would just rather, like it's fun also because I know each of their temperaments. Like I
Mhm.
know what to expect when I go near the enclosure. I know who I can mess with. I know who I can't. And, you just know them, and so that's
Right.
like you can tell. And so I like having that knowledge base, because if anything, like when you're pairing, if something is off, or you can go, well, this isn't typical of what I would normally see, and pay attention to that, like
Yeah.
just behaviors.
Right. And that's the advantage of having like a small collection because I only have like maybe 20, 25, animals. And that's an advantage, other than somebody having 500, 600, up to 1,000. That give me anxiety.
Yeah, well, that's what I saw happening with ball pythons. I was just like, I can't, with all the holdbacks and all that nonsense. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And then, finding homes and people. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. You just want to breed snakes and hey, that's it. That's
Well, I just wanted to, like I figured out what I don't like. I'm not good at breeding. Like I can breed. I mean, it's not like it's hard. I mean, if I can do it, but what I'm not good at is the letting go and the trusting people. And then also, like, I'm afraid of, like, if I do have chondros, I want to find homes that people know what they're doing, because I've had people question me like, okay, so I'm having problems with my snake. And I'm like, well, where did you get it from? Oh, so-and-so brought it. And I said, did you talk to so-and-so?
Right.
No. Why?
That's right.
Why? Why aren't you talking to them? And they're like, well, I'm afraid to, or blah, 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 blah. Some asinine. And I go, the thing is, is how I would respond to it isn't what the breeder's going to do. So I would talk to the breeder to try to get it as much baseline as what that animal is used to as possible, instead of like putting my cheap 2 cents in that might be off, like, and making it worse. Like, you should go back. So when I think about those things and I go like, oh my God, somebody's going to do that to me, and be like, oh, I can't talk to Noël. I'm going to get all this other advice from people. I go like, well, I just don't want to. That's no.
Yeah, it's too much.
That's not what I want to do. Leave me alone.
Well, what kind of incubator you use? Since
I have a homemade one.
okay.
Yeah. So Muffin helped
Best
me.
ones. Those be the best ones, honestly, because you know what each part is doing. You can replace it if need be. You know,
Yeah.
it's an easy.
It has 2 doors, 2 clear doors, and they're airtight. It was like a store kind of one. So the heat tape is on the sides. It's got a lot of heat tape. And then off in this corner is a computer fan, and this corner is a computer fan. And yeah,
Nice.
Incubates.
Right. Well, did you like get it off of like YouTube? Well, you know how to build it off of YouTube or something like that, or
No, just kind of.
you already knew how to do it.
Yeah, like, cause like racks and stuff, they have heat tape. You kind of get the idea. You need to wire it up, put it in. I've done a lot of wiring and heat tape stuff, so I already kind of knew what to do. And then Mark got this like he drilled the hole, and then there's this like plug, like grommet thing that you put in, and it's rubber, but then that way it's not creating this sharp edge and around the metal, and that's where all the wires go through, and then you tape all that up. And
yeah. See me, I'm sorry. I'm dumb. So I'm just gonna buy me a little incubator and call it a day. Well, I do got
there's nothing wrong with that.
I just don't have the patience for that. I got
Yes.
patience to watch things grow, but that no. I
See,
think I'll mess something up.
Mark gets annoyed because I'll be like, I've got an idea. Or else now I don't even tell him. I bought so many of my own tools, and like I just was like, okay, and I have my own little stash of things. So he'll be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't feel like I need to tell you.
Hey, doing his little secret mission.
Yeah, I'm like, I got it. And he goes, all right. And then if I'm having trouble, he'll go like, okay, so you need to hold the drill at 45 degrees due east. Tilt it. Let the drill do the work, and I'm like, can you stop?
What kind of enclosures are those in the back? Those are nice.
These ones?
All
These are
of
Black Box, and then this is Toad Ranch.
Toad Ranch, okay.
Yeah.
And what's the other ones?
These ones are Black Box.
Oh, okay. Black Box.
What are you doing?
Shout out to Black Box, man. Got some pretty good affordable things. They nice.
Do you see her? She woke up. She's like, hey. Hi.
She looking healthy. She looking real. Hey, man.
Yeah, I think that maybe she's building, but I'm not gonna breed her. She's 4. I'm gonna wait. I'm not I was thinking about it, but I'm like, just let her.
Those are nice purchase too. Are those the
I made those.
You made those? Oh man.
Yeah. So
I'm too dumb for that. I'm sorry. I'll get somebody to do it. I'm not lazy or nothing. It's just I just don't want to mess nothing up. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's just measurements. I mean, can't really mess it up.
True.
I mean, if you start cutting things and then twisting, then I can see you making it too short. But as long as you're,
Yeah. See, too much.
Already.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have other purchases like I like my little Dollar Tree purchase. They're broom handles. Those ones work.
That's smart right there.
Yeah, it's like I got a outer tubing cover, black. It works. They perch on it.
Yeah. Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
If it works, it works. Yeah. So, like, do you go to any reptile shows?
No.
Oh, good for you.
I'm not social like that. I have it here.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? Like, there's nothing I need. And I thought at one time, like, okay, they said that you get your best tongs at reptile shows. Then I went and I looked and I saw how expensive they are, and I went, Amazon. So I really have no purpose to go. Like I it's
Yeah.
not like I would ever bring anything back, like that would be
I just go to reptile shows just to socialize with people. You know,
yeah, about
that's
that.
the only reason why I go. I could just go there to drink beer, party, and socialize. And you can, I rarely buy animal there.
Yeah, I think my socialization would probably be like 15 minutes, but can we go now? It's just I'm not yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then
Understood.
like there were times where I thought that I would like to go and visit and see some people, but then I think like the reality, like okay, it'd be exciting and yeah, and then what do you the reality is you're gonna be stuck in an airport, you're gonna have to get it sent to your hotel, you're gonna have to do and then you're gonna be jet lagged when you get home, and then you have to go to work and I was like, that does not sound like fun. Like that sounds like this much fun for that much work, not worth it. And then like that much money. No.
Hey, everybody in the chat, like, well, she is making real good sense right now. And should I even go to Tinley right now? Because Tinley
Look,
coming up and
enjoy it, have fun, do your thing. I'm just not that girl. I'm not doing it. There's nobody I need to see that bad. And that's what FaceTime, like this whole thing is for. You can, yeah. Ask Marlon. I talk to Marlon all the time.
right. So do you plan on, adding anything in your collection?
No.
Mhm.
I think I burnt it, my ends. Like I did it.
Yeah.
like what at some point it looks like you're hoarding. So you just got to be smart, and so now, and I think that I've finally reached a good place spiritually. No, I just don't think I want to do that. Like I have, like cleaning and doing stuff, and
Mhm.
this is my fun time. This is what I do on my time, and
Really?
my kids used to love it, and they thought it was really cool. And now my son's like if we go on a nature walk and he sees a snake, he's like, don't.
Can I take it home, please? Just
No, he won't even. He's like, you don't have to look at it. You have them at home. He's like, just leave it. Like
look
it's
at it. You just
yeah,
just look at it.
yeah. He doesn't. He's like, can we just do something else? Like, you don't have to do that. And then like my daughter though, she's 22, and she's like, let's pick up all the frogs. Let's touch the lizards. She's more like me.
Man, frogs, they're too fast. Like I don't like nothing that can move too fast.
She, she's pretty quick, and that's what you get when you have ADHD. It's all that.
Anything that move fast is a no for me. Like crested geckos, leopard geckos, anything type. If it can move fast.
Yeah, I don't think he would like racers.
I don't know why. Like it's just
They're beautiful, but like I always say, like of all the species that I chose to fall in love with, like my very favorite, why did it have to be that?
yeah, that means you need more of them. That's all.
Yeah. Well,
I'm a bad influence. I just like to influence everybody. Everybody, whatever they like. Just yeah. If
yeah,
you want to buy more Harry Potter stuff, go and buy it.
enjoy all the Harry Potter. You be the best hacker you can be.
Yeah, speaking of Harry Potter, they got a Harry Potter store opening up in Texas. I might go.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
What's a whole Harry Potter store? I'm imagining like a Hello Kitty, like Harry Potter theme. Like, just that sounds awful. Actually,
No, it's gonna be great. You know, it's gonna be great.
Oh my God. Okay, so how old are you?
I'm 30. Well, I turned 33 in 2 weeks.
Okay, you're in that genre. Okay.
Yeah,
That makes
Harry
sense.
Potter is great.
Yeah, my niece is in that same, so I just feel like I liked it. I'm not a son of a bitch about it, but I mean,
It's all good. What's your forte? What do you like?
what do I like?
Hmm.
Be left alone.
You and your animals just go in the snake room and
Just
just
leave me
chill.
alone. Yeah, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
mean,
love.
this is what makes me happy, but there was a time for a little while where there wasn't anything. Like I had, 2021 wasn't great, so it just took a while to bounce back from that. And
Mhm.
then, when you realize after so much, like, nah, you can be happy and you have something that matters, and then that's enough. Like, I don't need vacations. I don't need shopping trips. I don't need, I'm happy with my family.
Very
This,
content. Yeah, in
get
your
home
own
from
little
work.
bubble. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need much.
Yeah, same here. I just come home, like when I come home, I check on the snakes first thing after, before work, after work. This my room right here. I just chill.
Yeah. It's
It take my mind off of helping everybody else all day.
yeah.
It take my mind off of that, and I'm just tending to my animals.
Yeah. It helps you slow down.
Yes.
You really have to just slow down, and it's like, I don't know, like when I see Centauri, my ATV, in the living room, and I just go like, I tell my husband, because he helped me set up her enclosure, and he has it all dialed in, and I was just like, see, he had fish and aquariums. I said, see, it's like an aquarium, but a little different. It's just so cool to see her in there. Or I come in here and I just see everybody, and they're all up to something at any given time, and it's just kind of fascinating. It's just relaxing.
Yeah. I want me an emerald. I'll get me an emerald maybe next year, maybe.
Yeah. I like yeah, I love Centauri. She's really sweet. I'm waiting to see what Marlon's baby's gonna be like. So far he hasn't tried to bite me, so that's good. And then Dee Dee, she has Nebula, and I think he's wonderful. I'm so glad she has him. Dee Dee's the best.
Oh yeah, for sure,
I
for sure.
love you.
Didi. Hey, shout out to Didi, man.
Yeah, I love you, Dee Dee.
Shout out to everybody, everybody that's doing their thing this year, honestly. Because I know a lot of us are learning and prospering, and everybody teaching everybody. And this face-to-face help and everything. So a lot.
Yeah, I mean, by any means, I don't have all the answers. My babies have been the eggs have been in the incubator for a week, and I've got many more weeks, and I don't have the like everybody says, congratulations, and you're killing it. Not really. I mean, that's just one out of like 80 million hurdles.
No, but
There's
a
more.
lot of people, they've been trying and trying for 3, 4 years, and clutch has just been crashing and crashing, and you know, you doing a lot more than people.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not there yet. Like, there's a lot can still go wrong, and I just don't.
Yeah.
The biggest part that I'm happy with is that Sovereign is getting better, and she took a meal, and I
Mhm.
love it when my females are okay. If I can't be upset about eggs losing eggs necessarily because I didn't know them. Like, there's over,
Yeah.
but my females, that's different. So as long as my girls are okay, and I love them, so as long as they're okay, I'll be okay.
Right. Because losing an animal, oh my God. Matter of fact, I lost my first ball python female, and that was my first, like she had my first clutch. And I was like, I wasn't good for about 5 days. I was like, yo, this sucks.
Yeah, I remember when I got an import in, and he was in such shit shape. The guy completely misrepresented what I was dealing with, and it was a long shot to fix him. And we put him on meds, but the culture took like 3 weeks to come back, and he had passed in that time. And I was feeding carnivore care, doing tube feedings and all kinds of nonsense, but he wouldn't have been okay anyway because he was on the wrong medicine.
Mhm.
And so the wrong antibiotic, he needed something else, and it was stronger. And I was like, I don't even know if his body could have supported it.
Right.
Like
Oh,
it was, and so yeah, losing him was just crushing. I was like, poor guy, and I felt obligated. Like I'm not gonna. That's the other crappy thing is I want to try to fix it. Like I know that wherever he came from, they weren't gonna fix it. They
mhm.
could have fixed it. They could have addressed it way
Right.
early on, but they didn't. And they just, so
Yeah. What's your quarantine routine when you get imports?
they get separated from everybody else. And then I give them a day or two to settle down. I'll do a NITO test, and I
Mhm.
test them every month, or, like, so they're in quarantine depending on how old they are and
Yeah.
stuff. So, like, Sovereign, she was in quarantine for 9 months.
Yeah.
So she wasn't in this room for a long time. And it's because she was older. And, I just wanted to really make sure
Yeah.
it was good. Placette, she was just already like off in quarantine, so I wasn't really worried. I didn't really have anybody else at that time. Uh, Fatali, he was young, so he had this 3 month quarantine. I wasn't really worried about him, but it wasn't like I rushed anybody putting him in the snake room, like
Right.
like. But for my older animals that are like Sovereign, I think is my oldest, and she got a nice 9 month quarantine.
Nice. Okay. Mhm. So, like, where did you get your animals from? Like, was it Morph Market for your imports?
I got them from Cold Blooded Shop mostly.
Mhm. Yeah. I might need to look into wild caught, well, imports, because when you first come in, is oh, don't buy imports, imports bad. Yeah, yeah, yada yada. Um, but I guess once you know what you're doing,
Yeah,
you learn the community and all that stuff, you can look into possibly getting an import and taking
yeah,
care of it the right way.
yeah. Because like oh, what's her name? Passette. She when she was a baby, I was dealing with. She ate, and like she had 3 regurgitations, and I'd waited all this time.
Oh man.
Yeah, and so I waited, and then I was like, I don't even know what to do. And then I just went, okay, well, let's just take her to the vet. And so and she was NITO negative. I did the and this is where everybody was like crypto, and I was just like, okay, so I sent in tests for that, right? And they're like, oh, well, crypto can be hiding. And I was like, well, yeah, but it's symptomatic wise, I don't know if it really would be at that point.
Mhm.
So I just went ahead and did it. No crypto. So vet gave her metronidazole. It settled it out between that, and that's how I met Travis. Is Travis is like, okay, so now that you got your metronidazole, you're gonna do this with her. Just let her settle out. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. And
Mhm.
then yeah, like he helped me get her back on track, and it's good.
Nice, nice. Okay, okay. So we coming up to the end of the show. We do like an hour, hour and a half. Then for sure, we're gonna bring you back on or whatnot. Hopefully we have Jen too.
Yeah.
We have Jen. I think me and Jen, we're gonna do more. Yeah, we're gonna do more double episodes. Well, episodes together next year. So
Okay.
and whatnot. But yeah, where can people reach you at? Even though it's gonna be in the description in the YouTube, but still.
Um, Instagram Omega Serpents.
Mhm. Okay, okay.
Don't
Do you
hope
have
for
a
anything
Facebook,
exciting.
Omega Serpents, Facebook?
That too, and but also on Instagram, yeah.
Yo,
And
yeah. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for your time. We here
thank
at
you
the
for
Herp
having me.
Collectors Network does not, we don't take your presence lightly. Thank you for coming on the show, sharing your opinions and your experience, especially with maternal incubation. Like a lot of people are scared to do it, but
I'm not scared to do it. Kenny was really wonderful, and he was trying to help. And I was just like, well, I'm already committed here. Like,
Mhm.
how much can I screw? Like, if I mess with her and do it his way, I could really mess it up all the way. Like, like really stress her out. So I was just like, well, you might as well just commit because you're here. This is where you're living. And
Right.
so, but gosh, I'm sure he was like, Chick, I wrote you a dissertation. And you didn't listen. And I was like, I did listen. I did change some aspects, but I was like,
I did it my own way. I listened, but I did it my own way.
well, no, I didn't want to. I was like, oh, what do I do? I'm already committed here. And I don't know if I change it up too much, like how much is that going to screw up the rest?
Mhm.
So now that I know, I would do things differently. And, there's always that opportunity.
Thank you. Well, thank you for coming on the show. Definitely reach out to us if have any questions and anything. We just don't have to talk on the show. We could talk, in the messages too. So don't be
All right.
afraid.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you and Jen. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Noël, go ahead. Thank you for coming on. Well, chat, what's going on, man? It's another day, another dope episode. Hey man, give y'all feedback in the comments. You can also hit me up on Instagram, Vibe with Ro, and you can just tell me what do you think about the show, what do we need to add, what do we need to take away. Hey, I'm all about constructive criticism. You're not gonna hurt my feelings because I ain't got no feelings. So yeah, I will talk to y'all in a week or two. So yeah, let me get this off and see y'all later.
Chondro, corner where we rise and grow. Twist and turn, let the passion flow. Chondro, corner watch the future shine. Every scale a story, one of a kind. From the shadows we move, striking out bright. In every twist we find the light. Breeding the best, gotta have patience in this game. Chondro corner where we make our name. Chondro corner, Chondro corner, Chondro corner, Chondro corner, Chondro corner.